What is up, y'all? How do you like my mustache? It's November. It's November, and I usually do no shave November, but I thought it would be fun this month if I just like shaved my beard and just kept the mustache. Is it a good look? I really don't know, but I'm committed to finishing out this whole month. Just like I was committed to finishing 30 days with 30 people, I'm committed to this mustache. I have gotten lots of people saying, Shadiii, shave your mustache, but I'm keeping it. So if we're watching this right now, then I successfully completed 30 days with 30 people. Let's go! Well done! I like to be my own hype man sometimes. But yeah, we've just wrapped up 30 days with 30 people, and there's a lot of takeaways from this that I just kind of wanted to talk about really quickly. I think the very first thing I want to talk about is whenever I uploaded a video, it was always, hello, what is your name? Hello, what is your name? I had friends that screen recorded like my Instagram page and just like was like, hello, what is your name? Hello, what is your name? Hello, what is your name? Tony. Hello, what is your name? Hello, what is your hello, what is hello, what is what is your hello, what hello, what is your name? Hello, what I mean, yo, consistency is key. You know what I mean? Hashtag consistency. But kind of jumping into 30 days for 30 people, what it meant to me, I think the biggest thing with 30 days with 30 people was that for me, it meant getting to share 30 unique stories over the course of the 30 days. And so I think why this meant so much to me was that I think kind of throughout life, we kind of forget about our own stories and we don't really reflect. I think day 16 was a good example of when Greg was like, you need to understand the importance of your story.
I would say always think about what your story is, and whether it's through writing, video, or just mental notes, because I think we all leave an impact on the world.
That's the beautiful thing about like this project. Everyone has a unique story and it's all about embracing it. And so yeah, there was definitely a strategy behind it, and I don't know if anyone else picked up on this as well, but if you look back on day 1, the text is like super small when it says day 1 out of 30, and then when you get to day 30, it gradually gets bigger. And I don't know, I just thought it was like a fun little editing thing that I did just to kind of throw in there. And yeah, there was a lot of like thought that went into this project, and I was very happy with the outcome. I definitely am very satisfied with, I mean, at the end of the day, I got to share 30 stories, and these 30 people, I want to say thank you so much for like being vulnerable on camera and just chatting with me, because it's not an easy thing to kind of just talk to a stranger that, I mean, I'm a random person that approaches people with a video camera and was like, hey, can I ask you a question for a project that I'm working on? And so to the 30 people that participated in this project, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And for those of you that liked it, that shared it, did everything like that, thank you guys as well. I think the cool thing about it was just getting to spread that message of just positivity. Definitely like some of the stuff that kind of like was talked about as well, like when people were talking about like what are these things that they love about themselves. Like if you had asked me a couple months ago what is a couple things I love about myself, I didn't really sit down thinking to myself, why am I cool? Why do I rock? You know what I mean? So for me, these 4 questions were a good way to just get the conversation started. And just my hopes with it was if I went and I asked this random person, hey, like, what is one thing you love about yourself? My hope is that they went home and like mentioned it to a loved one or one of their friends, and then their friend said something, and it just kind of becomes like a trickle-down factor. At the end of the day, I was very grateful. As day 30 wrapped up, I was super grateful for all the stories that were told, for all the people that wanted to participate in the project. I started getting a couple messages of like, hey, like let us know when you want to do this again and everything. And so I just was very happy with the reception of it. And like I said, I just think the important thing of it is just like reflecting on your story and just kind of looking at the different things around you and just kind of think about these questions. For example, like day 30 with Ruby, when I thought it was cool to kind of wrap it up. I saved her story for the last one because I really just kind of thought it encompassed everything and brought it full circle, because the story was just another stranger showing how we're all people, just people of the world. And so, like I said, there was a method to my madness with everything. People questioned it, but yeah, I'm just super grateful, and I just wanted to kind of sit down and kind of address that and just kind of talk about it, like kind of like talk about my feelings through the video, talking through the video camera, because I think it's a little cathartic as well. I actually haven't answered any of these questions on camera before myself, and so this is just gonna be me getting to kind of, obviously I've had a lot more time to think about it. If I get, like when I go up to these people, I put them on the spot when I ask them this, and like hence that's why I'm like super grateful for people that answer them on camera. So what is my happy place? My happy place is definitely on like a soccer field, where I get to just kind of disconnect and play the game of soccer or football, depending where you are. And I just kind of get to disconnect and just kind of do my thing and just kind of trust myself. I think for me, I struggled a little bit with confidence kind of growing up and everything. And if there's one thing you couldn't tell me where to be where not to become. How do I rephrase this? If there was one thing, and this was like kind of like brought full circle to me recently, was like I struggled a little bit with confidence with my work, with whatever it is, but I was always confident, A, with my dance moves, because you know your boy's got those fire moves. Ooh, and on the soccer field as well, I just kind of played from the heart and just kind of went there. And so I had a good friend of mine just kind of say, hey, like, where are you confident? And those are the two places. And he was like, all right, like, why doesn't that trickle down into the rest of your stuff? And I was like, that is actually so true. And so for me, like a soccer pitch holds a lot of significance. And for me, like, that's where I go to be happy. I'm happy that I get to go play pickup with my friends during the week and everything. And so, yeah, so I had place, soccer field. What is one thing I love about myself? One thing that I love about myself is my playfulness, I'd have to say, and hopefully my ability of like trying to draw that out of people. I might be an adult, but I'm a child at heart. I mean, if you know me, I am one of the goofiest people I think you will meet. I dance all the time. I just kind of do really, really goofy things. Yes, life is serious, but it's also kind of fun to just kind of have fun with it as well. And so for me, my hope is that like at some point I can just kind of draw that out of people and show them that, you know what, it's okay to be a kid. I can be immature when I need to be mature, but I'm also, when I don't need to be mature, I'm one of the goofiest guys you'll probably meet. I'll crack jokes and everything. And like I said, it's all about reading these different situations. But one thing I love about myself is definitely my playfulness and my playfulness with others, and like just like kind of like trying to be a kid at heart. What is a risk that I'm happy that I have taken? Definitely what I'm doing right now. I haven't really addressed this that much, but I recently quit my job just to try to focus on storytelling and filmmaking and videography full time. It was a very, very big decision for me, just simply because I went to school for 6 years. I went and worked. I kind of did everything that society says that you need to do in order to be successful, and it just didn't sit right with me. And so for me, I was like, right, like what makes me happy? And for me, what makes me happy is getting turned around with my video camera, connecting with people, and just like sharing stories and just being a goofball. And so that's essentially what I'm doing right now. And I'm sure in the future I'll make a video kind of addressing my decision process behind everything. But yeah, one of the risks that I'm happy that I've taken is just kind of embracing this kind of creating videos and just kind of learning how to tell stories compellingly. I do wake up some mornings and I'm like, like what's going on? But I think for the most part, I'm just enjoying it. I'm just enjoying getting to sit down and just, you know, talk to camera, do my thing. And finally, last but not least, what is the nicest thing that a stranger has ever done for me? I think there's a couple things, but I think the nicest thing, one of them, is when I go up to these strangers with my video camera and they give me the time and energy to sit down and interview them, or just like gonna get to connect with them. I think that is one of the nicest things, is that people are busy, don't get me wrong, but the fact that they'll talk to a random stranger and answer these different questions and just kind of have a conversation with me, I think it's just, I just think it's amazing. And also definitely like when I travel, like if a friend has a friend that lives somewhere and they're like, hey, like you can stay with me, like I just think that's amazing as well. Like this is a stranger that I haven't met before and they're opening the doors to their home for me to come in and stay, and they don't even know me. And so a couple of different things. I think that kindness is definitely all around us. And it's kind of funny as well because when the project wrapped up, it was World Kindness Day. And I didn't even know that it was World Kindness Day when I was gonna wrap up the project, and just like how it was gonna be at that question, it just kind of fell. I don't know, I guess maybe it just was meant to be like that. But I think there's definitely kindness all around us, especially with strangers. We just need to kind of open our eyes to it a little bit. I'm definitely gonna continue in some shape or form, in some way, shape, or form tried to kind of figure out how to continue to tell these stories and make them even more fun and even more compelling for people. My goal, like I said, with this project, it was beautiful because I kind of got to talk to people for about a minute on camera about these questions. My goal in the future is to take this even deeper and take these conversations even deeper and just kind of show, I think there's power in everyone's story and there's power in this vulnerability, and I think that people can pick at these little nuggets within their lives. Yes, we all have unique stories, but also I believe that there's little nuggets that maybe we can relate to. And so for me, my next goal is to try to figure out how can I take it to that next level of kind of connection. So yeah, I just want to say though, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for your support, your continued support with everything that I've been doing, especially as I transition with this next phase of life. Especially as I transition with this next season of life, essentially. And yeah, like I said, super grateful. Thank you everyone for the support. Thank you to those of you, like I said, that answered all these questions and were a part of it. Who knows, maybe we'll roll something out like this again very soon. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm just gonna go back, hit the drawing board. It's back to square one for your boy. But like I said, genuinely, thank you guys so much for everything. And yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of sitting here overwhelmed with this feeling of gratitude and gratefulness. So thank you guys so much. This has been your boy Shadiii. And I'll see you guys very soon. Woo! Thank you guys so much. I'll see y'all soon. Woo!